Today we have the third and final drop to the Legacies program in Cut 26. Season 2 is coming to an end in less than a week. We're going to cover all of the new content, what's going on in Cut 26, but I also want to talk about why I'm starting to lose faith in this game as well. Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back again with another Cut 26 video. It's Friday, which means we got part 3 to the Legacies program. Let's go through the new cards here. This game mode as a whole, I want to start by saying I'm enjoying it way more than I did last year. Like, I'm playing the game deep into it. I shouldn't say deep, but when Madden came out last year, I was done with this game for the most part, and I still play it on almost a daily basis. I don't really jump online every single day, but I grind through solo seasons, play through events, things like that. But the content is just getting too repetitive, and I think a lot of you feel the same way, and it's going to take something extra, and we have Season 2 right around the corner. Sorry. Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back again with another Cut 26 video. We got to break down Part 3 of the Legacies program. There's not too much to it, but I want to talk about, and I'm probably going to rant or babble a little bit throughout this video. I just want to talk about this game mode as a whole, because it feels like a lot of things are not going the way that most people want it to go, right? The content feels very stale. The cards that come out seem pretty similar to each other. The Friday promos, this has been a problem since last year, and I do want to interrupt my thoughts by saying I'm enjoying Cut 26 way more than I enjoyed Cut 25. When Madden came out last year, I pretty much stopped playing the game. This year, I'm still actively playing just about every single day. Now, I don't play online every single day, but I grind through solo seasons, I play the events, I'm building up the team. It's been a lot of fun going no money spent this year as well, and we have a lot of room to make upgrades. Hopefully we'll do that very soon. But the Friday promos are supposed to be like the big promo of the week, right? On Thursdays for Mutt, same thing. Those usually deliver, though if you're playing Mutt and Cut together, Unstoppable promo that came out yesterday, a bit underwhelming, but we're not going to talk about that in this video. The Legacies promo, to me, started out really good, but as we got Part 2 and now Part 3, it's just, you know, we got Reggie Bush today, but it just feels like all of the cards are the same, and a lot of the cards that drop today aren't the most amazing. They don't stack up against other cards at the same positions with a similar overall, and if you play through your solo challenges, just not very rewarding. You get a bunch of coin packs. The Tier 5 and Tier 9 rewards were not even 85 plus packs. The final reward that you can earn today via solos, the Tier 13 reward, 150 stars, you do get an 85 plus pack, but we all know it's probably going to contain an 85, 86, maybe an 87. The majority of people opening up this pack, they're not going to get lucky and pull a champion. LTD pull rates have drastically been decreased lately, and we do have some pretty big names like Reggie Bush today with the LTDs, but they actually nerfed his speed. We'll show you the cards in a moment, but they tweeted out that he was going to be 91 speed, and when you look at him in game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they revert it back to 91 if people complain enough, but when you look at it in game, he's 90 speed now. So it's like the one really exciting card that came out today is going to be super pricey for the majority of the community, and they nerfed it to begin with. The best part about this promo, most of you have already completed this and probably feel like you have nothing to grind for, and that's found in the Season 2 Field Pass under the Legacies tab. So if you win 100 games, whether it's a combination of the online or the offline event, all for one or the other, whatever way you get to 100 games, I'm almost there to get Syracuse legend Demetrius Samuel Jr. You get a free 85 overall card that has a motivator chem that basically boosts him up to an 88. Not the overall, but the speed. And then the same thing for scoring 1,000 points. You got a Vernell Brown Jr., or the third, I'm sorry, which is a pretty good free wide receiver. No complaints about the free content and the setup with the objectives within the Field Pass. Absolutely love the design, but most people knock this stuff out during the first week, and now we're getting these lackluster cards, and then there's just nothing really else to play for when it comes to the big promo of the week. And another thing that's very telling about the direction of this game right now is just the overall general viewership. I mean, my videos kind of struggle to get views nowadays. I noticed just even on Twitch in the college football directory, the views are very, very low. Just seems like a lot of people have lost interest in this game really quick. EA needs to do something very soon, and they had a really nice boost in engagement and content last year around November. They need to speed up that process, and hopefully Season 3 will deliver. Speaking of seasons, Season 2 comes to an end in 5 days and 16 hours. Yesterday was Thursday, so you have your final weekly objectives of the Field Pass. If you haven't been doing these consistently, you're not going to be able to max out the Field Pass. We also got brand new milestone objectives. This is going to be the last group of Season 2 XP that you can go out and earn. And the main thing you need to focus on if you're not there yet is hitting level 50, because you get a free 89 speed cornerback. Very good free card in my opinion. And then level 51 gives you an upgrade token in which you can take this token and upgrade any of the Season 2 players once Season 3 begins to a 90 overall. I'm going to go back and forth a little bit here, but I want to jump to the store while we're talking about Season 2 coming to an end, because the coin conversion pack, I believe, got put into the game yesterday with the 2 LTDs from the Season 2 content drop. So if you do have trophies, you can use them to purchase any of the featured players in the store that would be eligible to use that level 51 token on when Season 3 goes live to take one of them up to a 90. We'll discuss the best players to upgrade to a 90 once Season 3 goes live. But if you have trophies and you don't want to utilize them on these promo packs, which typically give pretty bad odds, you can convert them over to coin. Basically, every 100 trophies gives you a coin quick sell item. These are way better than the coin quick sells that you get from solo challenges and all of the random field pass objectives, and I wish it wasn't that way. It's actually really good to convert your trophies over to coins via this pack, but I wish this pack was the same as the pack, because even though they're the same in title, it doesn't feel like they're the same in the results. I wish this is the type of pack that we got from the solo challenges and the objectives. You know, a lot of people will make a lot more coin if so, but if you're wondering the best way to spend your trophies, again, you can purchase any of the players with the plans to upgrade them in Season 3. You can only pick one to upgrade, or you can convert them over to coin now with this pack that's available as of yesterday. Also, before the season ends, there's a handful of game modes that you want to focus on over the next 5 days. The Glory Days alumni event, this is where you're going to get that free 89 overall Melvin Gordon. Remember the away team quits movement. If you put that as your team name, my last video, go back and watch it. I talked about it in more detail. But if you put that as your team name and you match up with people who have that as their team name, whoever's the away team should quit out of the game to help everybody get to 30 wins a lot quicker. That Melvin Gordon is going to be very important to earning a free 93 overall or 96 overall later on down the road. And then the Legacy moment and Legacy mounting events are coming to an end. The versus CPU one is very easy to get 10 wins in a small period of time. That helps you get the free wins, or the wins towards that free Demetrius Samuel Jr. And every time you get 10 wins, you get an 85 plus pack. This is mostly what I've been grinding offline. And then the online event, again, I really like the fact that if you can go on win streaks, you get additional packs via the objectives within the field pass, but then you also have these cumulative rewards, and once you get to 50 wins, you get an 87 plus pack. I wish it was a guaranteed champion here. Unfortunately, it's not, and I know a lot of you are probably through the 50 wins already. I played a lot of it during week 1. I just haven't had the time to play further into it. We've just been grinding the offline event, but just a reminder that all of that content is also coming to an end very soon, and you don't want to miss out on free stuff if you haven't earned it already. And it's crazy to say, but I believe it's 100% true. The overtime head-to-head game mode, which has been here since day 1 and doesn't appear that it's going to expire anytime soon, this is still, to me, the very best game mode in the game, because the amount of time that you spend to get 1 or 2 wins and either get 3,000 or 7,000 coins, and if you want to go for a third win and get an 82 plus pack, which will likely be jumping up to an 83 plus pack very soon, like, this is the game mode that if you're no money spent, low money spent, or you need coins, you should just be spamming this all day, every day. And I do applaud EA for this one and not nerfing the rewards, because when you factor in the time that you're spending in this game mode versus just about everything else in the game, especially solo challenges, this is certainly the move for the best rewards per time spent. So with this being the final content drop of the Legacies program, we should have a new promo next Friday. Hopefully it delivers. But I'm not going to get my hopes up, because like I said, the Friday promos have been very, very underwhelming. I do think that we're going to see an overall increase on Tuesday with the latest Names of the Game drop, and that drop's been carrying content. Like, there's been very few weeks where Names of the Game has been bad. The bad part about it is it's just the same promo over and over with some absolutely fire card art and really good cards, but every time EA tweets out the content schedule on Monday, I see all of the replies are just like, it's the same thing every single week. We're bored board, change it up, do something different. And I fear that's just not going to stop, right? Names of the Game is still going to be good and give us good cards and good card art, and they kind of lead the way for the overall increase. So we're likely going to see on Tuesday 91 overall LTDs, 90 overall champions, and probably some really good cards. And even Stars of the Week has been good. You've heard my opinion on that one. There's way too many college games played per week. Like 50 to 60 games are played per week, and we only get 4 high-end cards per week based off of those results. And one of those 4 cards is a legend or a throwback. Like we got Patrick Surtain this week. So those players need to be highlighted more and introduce us to some smaller schools, some players that are shining in those smaller schools. There could be way more content and they can mix things up. But with Names of the Game, always Tuesday, Stars of the Week for another 10, 11 weeks on Wednesday. The only thing we have left is Alumni, which has felt a little underwhelming to me lately. And then the Friday promo, which I've already said a million times, it just never seems to deliver. Today we did get some good names though, right? So we have Elijah Burris, wide receiver. I'm assuming this is Plax's son. Correct me if I'm wrong here. And he is a 90 overall LTD, 6 foot tall. I guess he didn't get the height that his father had there, but a 90 speed wide receiver. Pretty good route running, pretty good catching, but there's just nothing that truly separates him from all of the other 90 speed receivers that we have out in the game. We got Dominic Raiola and then his son, Dylan Raiola, as 2 additional LTDs, and then Reggie Bush. And Reggie Bush equals excitement. It's a very good card, but as I said earlier, the LTD pull rates have just dwindled down. A lot of people loved Cut because you could get LTDs fairly easy. You wouldn't have to spend a ton of money, or you wouldn't have to spend a ton of coin, and it's kind of been the exact opposite lately. And the fact that they announced him as 91 speed and now in-game he's 90 is a little bit frustrating as well, probably for a lot of players. I don't really chase after LTDs because I went no money spent this year. The cards that I like to focus on are the champions, which is still really good. Like the market on these types of cards are great because you can typically get, you know, high-end cards, some of the top at their position for about 150 to 200K. The cards that came out today, I don't know if they do it for me. Some of them are at the kind of boring positions. I don't say that like to be negative about them, but we just can't get overly excited about a left edge. But Anthony Vincent Jr. Also, am I bugging, or does it feel like Duke University gets way too many cards to be such a mid-football program? Like, it feels like every time I look up, Duke gets a card. Am I bugging? Am I hating? Let me know. This card actually looks pretty good. 87 speed, 89 finesse move, 87 power move, 86 block shed, 86 tackle. We have a brand new tight end, 6'5", 87 speed. Run block is respectable at 81. He can catch, he can run routes. Solid card. Defensive tackle, like these cards aren't terrible. It's just nothing that's overly exciting. And then the skill position guys that we got today, like Michael Coates Jr., he's a 5'10" corner. And the final champion is Isaiah Taylor. I believe he's the son of Jason Taylor, who also played at Miami. I'm pretty sure he did, so kind of cool there. But he's 5'11", right? So it's just another 89 speed defensive back. But unlike a lot of the other ones out there in the game, he is not very tall. I mean, he's pretty similar. He's like the free safety version to the strong safety Drake Kirkpatrick, who came out on part 1 of this program. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's just not a lot. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of variety in cards. And the difference between this and Madden Ultimate Team is, at least with MUT, it's like, okay, we got a bunch of cards that are pretty similar, but they have different theme teams. So some people want them, some people don't. With this game, and I totally understand why they do it, everybody can be on any theme team. So that takes away the variety or the uniqueness of the players in the schools that they played for. And speaking of players and schools that they played for, the very best card that we got today, and there is zero bias in this statement that I'm making, is 85 overall defensive tackle Dion Wilson Jr. I mean, look at this beautiful card, all the way from Syracuse University, Syracuse legend. We got to pick him up for the squad. I might get all my pack offers mixed up, but I think EA did it again, right? Where you have the $100 bundle and it's not a B&D topper, which is cool, but they tend to only do this at the end of an overall increase, which is kind of another reason why I think we're going to see a jump up to 90 overall champions on Tuesday with Names of the Game. If they're going to charge people $100, and again, I'm no money spent, so these things don't really mean too much to me, but if they're going to charge people $100, it needs to consistently contain a topper that guarantees you a champion or a shot at an LTD. I hate that they're getting away with the B&D toppers only when the cards are about to be gone and forgotten, because we're going going up in OVR. But there's your $100 bundle. Of course, you got step offers with money or coins. You got your boosters. Best way, like I said, to chase after LTDs or champions and not spend a ton of money. You do have a coin option here if you want. I wouldn't spend 92K on this, but if you do, whether that or it's the $5, you do get the step up basic pack, which gives you basically another guaranteed legacy card. And of course, you have the training. This is my favorite part about Cut, and the reason that I'm probably staying engaged so long is that there are numerous ways to earn unlimited free packs, whether it's solo seasons, the events that we have, college overtime is great, and you can earn enough of those free packs that even if they don't have the greatest cards in them, you can quick sell those contents, and because you can earn so much of it for free easily, you can stack up training and get guaranteed champion level packs. Now, there's a large pool of cards that are in this 89 plus pack now between 3 different releases. So if you're spending the 7.9K on this one, to me, there's just not enough risk reward here because you're probably going to pull a card that's 1 or 2 weeks older and they're not going to have as much value as the new cards. And even the new champion cards don't tend to go for so much. So my advice is if you do have training, of course, you're probably going to want to chase after Reggie Bush today. And that's totally understandable. But the real smart move is to hang on to your training because Tuesday, when we do see that overall increase, we're going to have a brand new Names of the Game pack that's going to be a 90 plus. It's going to go up in training costs, of course, but at that moment, when you open it up, you're going to be guaranteed a brand new card that came out that day. And then Stars of the Week is going to follow suit. There's going to be a 90 plus pack. And because this promo literally only gives 4 high-end cards, when this pack goes to 90 plus, there's going to be 2 champions, 2 LTDs. And if you open it up, you're going to have a shot at one of those 4 brand new cards, and then whatever cards we get on Friday for next week's, big promo, hopefully should be a 90 plus pack, and then eventually the alumni cards will follow suit as well, where you can guarantee yourself a 90 plus alumni card. So if you have training, I know it's going to be enticing to chase after Reggie Bush today. I would hang on to it and wait for the new season, wait for the overall increase, and let's just hope things get better because I'm starting to lose faith in this game. I'm not going to quit on it. You probably noticed videos are popping out a little bit less frequently, and that's just due to the content being so boring and repetitive. We'll see what season 3 brings us, and I should have a new episode of No Money Spent very soon. Tomorrow, Sunday, definitely by Monday, but there will one being out because I'm still grinding the account, guys. I'm not giving up. I promise I won't, but I am losing faith. You guys let me know if you agree with most of the things I said in this video, or if you disagree. I want to hear from you. Thank you for watching. My name's Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.